From the sun-drenched plains to the coastal mountains, Syria is a land etched with the stories of empires, a crossroads where humanity's earliest chapters were written. For millennia, this region has been a vibrant heart of civilization, giving birth to ideas, art, and innovations that have shaped our world. Today, we journey through time to explore the epic history of Syria, a tale of extraordinary resilience, breathtaking beauty, and profound cultural depth. Our story begins over 10,000 years ago, as nomadic hunter-gatherers began to settle in the fertile lands between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. This was the dawn of agriculture, the birth of cities. By the 3rd millennium BCE, powerful city-states like Meri and Ebla flourished. Imagine bustling trade routes where merchants carried exotic goods, and skilled scribes pressed cuneiform script into clay tablets. These tablets, discovered by archaeologists, reveal a sophisticated society with complex laws, vibrant literature, and intricate diplomatic relationships. Ebla's royal archives alone contain thousands of tablets, painting a vivid picture of a powerful kingdom that rivaled the empires of Mesopotamia. But this was a land coveted by many. The Akkadians, led by Sargon the Great, swept through, followed by the Amorites, who established dynasties that would redefine the political landscape of the ancient Near East. Syria's strategic location made it a constant prize. To the south, the mighty Egyptian pharaohs saw Syria as a vital buffer zone and a source of valuable resources, particularly the prized cedars of Lebanon. Famous pharaohs like Thutmose III led military campaigns deep into Syrian territory, establishing garrisons and demanding tribute. From the north, the Hittite Empire, centered in Anatolia, expanded southward, challenging Egypt for control. The clash of these two superpowers culminated in the legendary Battle of Kadesh around 1274 BCE, one of the largest chariot battles ever fought. Although both sides claimed victory, the resulting treaty established a fragile peace, dividing control of Syria between them. This era also saw the rise of the Canaanites and the Phoenicians along the coast, maritime peoples who would carry their alphabet and trade goods across the Mediterranean. The subsequent collapse of the Bronze Age brought chaos, but also opportunity for new powers, like the Arameans, whose language, Aramaic, would become the lingua franca of the entire region for centuries. In 333 BCE, a new force arrived from the west, Alexander the Great. His Macedonian armies swiftly conquered the Persian Empire, and Syria fell under Hellenistic influence. After Alexander's death, his vast empire was divided among his generals. Syria became the heart of the Seleucid Empire, founded by Seleucus I Nikeda. Great new cities were founded, blending Greek culture with local traditions. Antioch, built on the Orontes River, became the empire's magnificent capital, a rival to Alexandria and Rome in its splendor and intellectual vibrancy. However, this period of Greek rule was not to last. The expanding Roman Republic gradually absorbed the crumbling Seleucid territories. In 64 BCE, the Roman general Pompey the Great annexed Syria, turning it into a Roman province. Under Roman rule, Syria experienced centuries of relative peace and prosperity, the Pax Romana. It became one of the wealthiest provinces of the empire. Trade flourished along the Silk Road, and cities like Palmyra, the bride of the desert, grew fabulously wealthy. Palmyra's stunning colonnaded streets, temples, and tombs, a unique fusion of Greco-Roman and Persian styles, still stand today as a testament to its golden age. The city was ruled for a time by the legendary Queen Zenobia, who defied Rome and carved out her own short-lived empire across the east. Christianity also began to take root and spread rapidly throughout Syria, which became a major center for early Christian thought and monasticism. The region produced influential theologians and saints, and the world's oldest known house church was discovered in Duriopos, a testament to the faith's deep history here. In the 7th century, a new movement emerged from the Arabian Peninsula, transforming the region forever. Following the death of the Prophet Muhammad, Arab armies, united by the new faith of Islam, swept into Syria. The decisive Battle of Yarmouk in 636 CE marked the end of Byzantine Roman rule and the beginning of the Islamic era. Syria embraced its new role, and in 661, Damascus was chosen as the capital of the vast Umayyad Caliphate. For the next century, Damascus was the political and cultural center of an empire that stretched from Spain to India. The Umayyads sponsored a brilliant fusion of cultures, building magnificent architectural wonders like the Great Mosque of Damascus, a masterpiece of Islamic art built on the site of a Roman temple and a Christian basilica. It was a golden age of science, medicine, and philosophy, as scholars in Damascus translated and preserved the great works of Greek and Persian knowledge, laying the groundwork for future scientific advancements. The Umayyads were eventually overthrown by the Abbasids, who moved the capital to Baghdad, and Syria's central role diminished. The following centuries were turbulent, marked by fragmentation and invasion. The region saw the arrival of the Seljuk Turks, the Crusaders from Europe who established small kingdoms along the coast, and the devastating Mongol invasions that left destruction in their wake. Yet, Syria endured. Figures like Saladin, the Kurdish sultan who united Muslim forces to recapture Jerusalem from the Crusaders, rose from this tumultuous period. Later, under the Mamluks of Egypt, cities like Damascus and Aleppo were rebuilt and once again became important centers of commerce and craftsmanship. In 1516, Syria was conquered by the Ottoman Empire, and for the next 400 years, it was a province within this vast Turkish-led state. Life under Ottoman rule was a complex tapestry. The empire brought a degree of stability and administrative structure, and local communities were often granted a level of autonomy to manage their own affairs. Damascus and Aleppo remained crucial stops on the pilgrimage route to Mecca and continued to be important commercial hubs. However, by the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire was in decline, the sick man of Europe, and European powers began to exert increasing influence in the region. The end of World War I brought the collapse of the Ottoman Empire. Hopes for an independent Arab kingdom were dashed at the negotiating table. Instead, Britain and France secretly carved up the Middle East for themselves. Syria, along with Lebanon, was placed under a French mandate by the League of Nations. This period was marked by deep resentment and a fierce struggle for independence. The Syrian people launched numerous revolts against French colonial rule, most notably the Great Syrian Revolt of 1925. Nationalists organized, agitated, and fought for their right to self-determination, nurturing a strong sense of national identity in the face of foreign domination. Finally, after decades of struggle, Syria achieved its long-awaited independence on April 17, 1946, as French troops withdrew. The early years of the modern Syrian Arab Republic were characterized by political instability, military coups, and involvement in regional conflicts. The Ba'ath Party eventually rose to power in 1963, implementing a socialist and Arab nationalist agenda. In 1970, Hafez al-Assad came to power, establishing a rule that would last for 3 decades, followed by his son, Bashar al-Assad, in the year 2000. For a time, the nation experienced a period of stability and economic development, even as political freedoms were tightly controlled. However, simmering social and political tensions, exacerbated by regional events, eventually boiled over. The events that began in 2011 plunged the nation into a devastating conflict that has caused immense human suffering and widespread destruction of its precious cultural heritage. Today, Syria stands at another critical juncture in its long and storied history. The path forward is fraught with challenges, yet the spirit of the Syrian people, forged through millennia of adversity and creativity, endures. From the world's first alphabets to the magnificent mosques of Damascus, Syria's legacy is woven into the very fabric of our shared human civilization. It is a story of survival, of beauty rising from ruins, and of a culture so rich and deep that it can never be extinguished. Understanding this history is not just about looking at the past. It is about recognizing the enduring strength and profound contributions of a people and a land that have been a cradle of civilization for thousands of years. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into our world's incredible history.